Hey everyone, it's Warren here from Overexposed 360, and here are 3 things you need to know before you buy the Samsung Gear 360. I have the Samsung Gear 360 for a little while now, and I love taking it out in the street, out in the public, and see the reaction and see the clips that I get from it. A lot of people come up to me and ask me what it is. They're all fascinated by it. So here's the first thing you need to know about the Samsung Gear 360, is what a 360 camera is. There's a lot of confusion out there. People often think that this is the camera that you would do product shots with. So shots that you see online where you see it rotating on the website, you can rotate it around 360 degrees, whether it's shoes or cars or a can of soft drink or anything. So no, this is not what this camera does. It does not do product shots. It can do product shots, but it does not do product shot that rotates around a 360 angle for you to get a viewing angle of the product. The other thing I get a lot is people thinking that this is what they use to shoot the Matrix and the special effects that you get in Matrix. So if you expect to get Matrix type shot with this camera, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but no, it doesn't do that. And also I do get other people that think that this is what you use to do 3D videos. So no, it doesn't. You won't be able to put on your 3D TV and expect to put it in glasses and see things in 3D, as much as good or bad those 3D effects are. But for whatever reason, people expect this is the camera that you'll do 3D, so we won't be doing any of that with this camera. So I'm sure most of you already know what this camera does. It's basically shoot a video or still or photos 360 degrees. Well, in fact, it's more than 360 degrees. It's everywhere. So pretty much everywhere. I mean, at the top and the bottom, there may be some overlap where it's not stitched up properly, but it's pretty much a 360 degrees on any axis camera. So imagine your head is the camera itself, and you look forward and around. So it's perfect for virtual reality shots, perfect for landscape shots where you want to get a good view around, a 360 view around, up and down of the location. It is great fun for crowd shots, and it also is great fun to play with for party shots, party videos, for lectures, for sports. There's so many things that you can shoot with it. So it's actually quite amazing. You just got to change how you shoot and how you think and how you create. The Samsung Gear 360 is definitely a really great camera. It's a great consumer entry point to the world of 360 video. But you also have to take note of that it is a consumer product. If you're expecting amazing quality, then you might be disappointed. Sure, it's got all the key buzzwords that you expect to see in today's electronic world. It's got 4K, it's 360, it's got dual fisheye lens, 2.0 aperture, which all sounds great, but you've got to remember in the context of what this is, the quality can still definitely be improved upon. On the market at the moment, there's only a few 4K's 360 cameras, and Samsung is probably one of the first one out. I know 360 Fly is releasing one too, and of course Nikon Key Mission is coming out hopefully this year sometime. One thing to be careful about is they talk about 4K, which is brilliant. It's better than less than 4K. If you're expecting to see the quality that you see on a 4K TV, which I can understand why people would expect that, because they're hearing 4K and they don't really quite understand what that is, you'll be quite disappointed. So a 4K TV is a TV that can show more than 4,000 pixels horizontally on the TV. So a panel of 55 inch or 60 inch or whatever it is, it will have over 4,000 pixels going across, which is higher than what a standard full high def TV is, which is 1920. So therefore you get a better clarity of the picture, and that's why those screens look so nice. So the Samsung Gear 360, it does capture video in 4K, and it definitely does. So no doubt about that. That sounds good. This video footage from the Samsung Gear 360 does not sit on a horizontal pane with a screen size of 55 inch. You have to stretch this image 360 degrees all the way around the viewer. So another way to think about this is, imagine having not just one 4K TV, but 6 or maybe 8. So you got 8 4K TV surrounding you in a circle. So each panel, you would expect you need a 4K resolution to get the same quality all the way around your 360 sphere. So what a 4K video does is the size that it needs to cover around all the panels, 8 panels of TVs, instead of 4K resolution per panel, we've got 4K resolution spread across all the panels. So in fact, it's actually quite a low resolution. It's definitely still great for the price that you're getting Samsung Gear 360 for. There's definitely nothing out in the market at this consumer range that does it. But if you really need the high-end quality and you really want to get the quality that you expect to see in movies or TVs or in virtual reality, at this point in time you still definitely need a rig of 6 to 8 or even more, the more the better, of GoPros or whatever cameras you can rig together and then stitch it all together. And also then you'll need a pretty powerful PC to do the stitching and also the manipulation and editing of that footage. So be conscious of what you're expecting from the quality of this, otherwise again you'll be disappointed. You really need a Samsung flagship phone to go with a Samsung Gear 360. And what that is at the moment is a Samsung S7 Edge, S7, S6 Edge, S6 or a Note 5. And currently it is not compatible with any other Android device or any other Samsung phones. And it definitely does not have any compatibility with any iOS devices, so the iPad, iPhones, and even from a desktop point of view, the software that it comes with for your editing and your stitching is on the PC, and it does not currently have any support for Mac OS 10 or Mac OS. I can understand why Samsung's doing this, and I think I mentioned this in my first unboxing and first impressions video. Samsung's trying to lock the consumer into their product range. They know that if you want this camera, you want to use this camera, you need to get a Samsung flagship phone, and that's one of the main reasons why I had to get the S7 Edge. And also it also then ties into the Samsung VR that you can have as well, and it kind of makes sense. They're all tying together. And also that may be the reason why they're also cutting the cost of their price of the hardware a little bit of the Gear 360. I know the LG is quite competitive price as well, but at the moment in Australia anyway, this Samsung Gear 360, when it does come out, it definitely looks to be a lot cheaper than the 360 Fly. So there's they can afford to take that price lead, because the reality is I'm purchasing the S7 and the Gear 360 and potentially Gear VR in order to use this to its full capabilities. Sure, you don't need a Samsung flagship phone to use the Gear 360, but you'll kind of cripple yourself a little bit with what you can use. A lot of the settings inside the Gear 360 are not accessible via the camera itself. For example, if you want to adjust the exposure, you have to do it via the app, and you can't do it on the camera. If you want to access the ISO lock so that you can limit what's the highest ISO it goes to when you're shooting, again, you can't change it in the camera itself. You need to do it via the app on the phone, which means you need a compatible mobile phone to go with it. Whether they'll lose sale on the Samsung Gear 360 going forward, time will tell. Whether they'll allow the other Android phones to come on the scene and be able to install the app and use the Gear 360, I hope so. But again, we really don't know until Samsung do a revision and see what they think the market is looking for. One thing I do have to say, I do understand why they need the flagship phone, in terms that it requires quite a lot of processing power to stitch those photos and videos in real time in the app. I will do another video about that. It's actually one of the main issues I'm having with a lot of the footage at the moment. It's just the workflows. I'm just not used to the workflow, so over time I'll improve on that, and hopefully I can share that with all of you. And also with Mac compatibility, sure, the software that comes with it is not compatible. There are ways around it, so I'm not too fussed about the actual desktop app itself. It's just using the camera, you really need the companion app to go with it. Otherwise, you don't get a live view, you don't know what you're shooting blind, and all the other functionality you're missing out on. So they are the 3 things you need to know, that you really need to know about the Samsung Gear 360 before you buy it. There's obviously a lot of other things, and you guys may have other questions. I'm happy to field any questions, so please comment below, ask me any questions. I'm happy to answer it. I might make another video, or I might just reply via the comments. I've done a fair few other videos on just testing the quality of the photos in the video, which I have to edit and post up. It's taking a bit longer than expected, as I kind of hinted along the way. And also I've done a few more videos about my workflow and how I go about it, and some tips and hints on using the Samsung Gear 360. So please subscribe, come back again. Hopefully I'll get a few more videos up later this week or early next week. This camera is still extremely fun, so even though I'm making all this warning saying what are the things you need to know before you purchase a Samsung Gear 360, we're still learning a lot from it. I'm definitely learning a lot about 360 videos and the editing and the posting and how to shoot. So hopefully you'll join us and as we learn more and as we improve, and I'm sure the technology will also catch up, and we'll be seeing better 360 videos in 6 months, 12 months, and we're talking about 8K, 10K, 20K 360 videos. Who knows what the limits are. So please subscribe, come back again. Hopefully I'll post a few more videos up on my workflow, etc., so we can all learn more about the 360 world. That is the Samsung Gear 360. So have fun, everyone.